Alright, we ready to start this game? Dang, Baba's getting into it too. Alright. Are we ready to start this game? Baba needs to go to the post office, but she's waiting on me, so let's start. Alright. Let's get it. Okay. Before we get started, what shall we call you? Here we go. Cough, cough, cough. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat, as if you'd nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact of your life. What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Cough, cough. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Because I can give you a minute. You got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, may I continue? Please, go on. Okay, then. As I was... Cough, cough. As I was saying... Look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of the newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Oh, look at that. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit. A stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely
Poopy
blank.
sticks.
Drink? Hold on, I gotta take a drink. Poopy sticks. What will you do? Also, we have poopy sticks, but we also have this one.
Chicken wing, chicken wing.
Okay. Run, close your eyes, dig up that face. We're gonna dig up that face. You brush the sand away from the half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. There is no body, just his head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting in the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're the take charge type. You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, and so you deposit it. Why, that's nice. Well, that's a nice coin you got there. What if you were to spend it right now? Why not? Well, hello there. I'm Dwight. And I'm Claudette. We'll take that. Claudette quickly relieves you of your gold coin and tosses it to Dwight, who bites down on it like an old-timey prospector before handing it back to her. And this is for you. Whoa, look at that drink. Claudette presents you with a tropical drink. When you take a sip, you find that it's incredible. Money well spent, in your estimation. But I gotta ask, could somebody maybe design the next one of these dating sims to be all-inclusive? It really takes some of the fun out of the fantasy vacation to be watching your wallet the entire time. You're welcome. Did someone just thank us? Go with it, Dwight. It's normal to be thanked for doing something, for doing a good job. Trust me on this one. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation, as you feel something soft bump into your foot. You look down. You find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please. Oh shit. Look who it is, man. You guys seeing who it is, huh? So here's the thing. I don't know how many of the killers are actually romanceable, but Huntress might be the one. Cause Vami Mommy's a little too dead for me, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta. I'm thinking it's gotta be her. You know? But anyway, you turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Look at her. There she is. Woo! Who's this guy supposed to be? Oh, damn. Hello. But yeah, she's a little too dead, though. See that? She's like cut up in pieces and stuff. I'm not about that. 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended. So they just introduced the romanceable options. So you get. So there's 2 and 2. The Wraith, is that who that's supposed to be? Val, we need your Dead by Daylight expertise. Where'd you go? Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello? Oh, it's the Trapper. This guy's the Trapper. There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at this monster's lineup of literal monsters. Sexy ass monsters, though. What do you do? Swing your foot awkwardly and strike the volleyball, sending it bouncing across the sand towards Huntress. Doesn't make it all the way. Everyone stares at you silently, observing your unsportsmanlike shame. You must be wondering, have you ever even seen a volleyball before? That's surely what I'm wondering right now. It's not a soccer ball. Well, hey man, I'm playing soccer. They're playing volleyball, right? What a dork. Hey, fuck you. You're the one that looks like a dork. Look what you're wearing, dog. You feel so awkward that you can barely see straight. Through the haze of your embarrassment, you catch Wraith looking at you from the corner of your eye. Huntress jogs the rest of the way to grab the volleyball, and they all turn and head back to the court. Alone again. You look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they looking very appealing in their own way. And nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. What's up, Jake? Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. 44 months, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, as always, man. Well, geez, it's a spooky ocean voice says not to be scared. I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game by just showing up. You derailed the game just by just showing up, Nate. Wait, hey, I'm going to call this guy a doofus. Dead by Daylight dating sim. Yeah, what's up, Bloops? Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. The spirit. Hey, don't worry about it. It's just a game. Existence. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Okay. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. Hell yeah. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination, Mick? Somebody get the trapper out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, man. That was Wraith. That sign means he was done with the game too. Bro, get the Wraith and the trapper out of here, man. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? And you know you can't. At least not yet. Hey yo, Huntress, chill, baby. Chill out. Oh yeah, not yet. You may want to, you know, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned. Answer quickly and answer well. This is a timed quiz and will be very important later. Oh shit. They're putting me on the spot. Just another face in the crowd, another normal meaningless life in the endless cycle. True. I think you're quite cute myself, like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear. Oh shit, hello. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? This is a good question. I kind of like all of these. Well, invisibility not as much. But flight and super strength are pretty cool. Because flight, you could pretty much go wherever without a problem, right? But super strength, I'm gonna go super strength because I feel like that'd be dope. Alright, Trapper, shut your ass up, dude. Alright, what was your best subject in school? It's nice. It's important to know what came before so that we are not doomed to repeat humanity's mistakes. I mean, we will anyways, but still. What's your favorite animal? Oh, a cat, a dog, or a... What the... I just think it's hilarious that they give you two basic ass animals and then they're like, here's this fucking, you know, weaselly fucking ferret looking thing as a third option. And you know what? I'm gonna go with this one just because. Who's the one with the bunny mask? That's the Huntress, dude. That's who we're gonna go for. That's mommy Huntress, dude. What's your favorite color? Blue, blood red, 3-day-old. That's not a color. Oh. I don't know what color a 3-day-old corpse is, so I can't choose that. Hola Lucy, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás, guapa? ¿Cómo te va el día de hoy hasta el momento? Déjame darte un shout out.
Come on, Jekano, please. Come on. Hit. Just one hit. Just one. Pero can you fucking? You not doing fucking. Who did that?
Yeah, I'm dropping frames a little bit, Loki. It's good Huntress doesn't look like this in game. I would always get caught. She could hook me any day. Yeah, right. I gotta go blue. Blue isn't good for productivity. Blue makes people want to be lazy. What's your dream job? Oh my god, Spirit, chill out. Astronaut, nightclub promoter, not working at all. If we get to do what we really want, why work at all? Takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Only she could spin lasers in some kind of grand crusade. These damn millennials. Best flavor of ice cream. Horse flesh? Bro, what the fuck? My favorite flavor is pain. Alright, you edgelord, get the hell out of here. Same. Same here. Mine is vanilla, swirled with pain. Fucking edgelords, dude. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream, am I right? Hold on a second, this reminds me. I am right. Always. It's a lesson you should never learn. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator, you rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? You got a reading comprehension problem? I just told you mint chip was where it's at. You almost bought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right. I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control, so don't you forget it. If you say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. In case it wasn't clear who's in charge, it's me. You have to understand, it feels very good to end someone else's game. You should try it sometime. Wow, really? Because I wouldn't choose mint chip? That's whack. That seems ridiculous. Why am I dropping frames all of a sudden? Okay, we're not dropping frames anymore. If you guys, it seems like you're still dropping frames, refresh. We're gonna skip all this because we already read all that. We're gonna answer everything that we answered. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time. But the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh no, wait, I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Oh shit, hello. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. Love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me, I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise I'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat dock nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth. The way it's flaunted needlessly and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging by the pool? The water, I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? That's a perfectly good lounge to chill at right now. I'm tired, and besides I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? Let's go over here. To kick up your feet, look out over the ocean and relax on your own terms. Who would want anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoying a cool drink on a hot day. It's the best. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then choose to exert themselves in, quite frankly, any way whatsoever? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it any longer. Yeah, we should probably give her a second to calm down. Hold on. For just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time. So very long, I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry, anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They should look happy, but they're vibrating with nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options wherever possible. Don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our jobs. Most you can do is help us get off this Dwight! Yes, pardon me, please, follow us. Hey, narrator. Yes, something I can help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight, they just start to mention something about wanting to escape. Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, that's true. He was, but he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway. A couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, where the citizens matter, mostly. When I agree with them. Not like that other island. Yeah, fuck this narrator, dude. Made me force choose mint chocolate chip, dude. So what'll it be then? Finally, freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap, and when that didn't work, I tried whining, and then when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on this island. But turns out I'm not the first to toss those kind of threats around on this island. So thanks, I guess, for getting it called off. Are we threatening to end each other again? Now it's Dwight who takes a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Please, just make it quick. is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you a drink of your dreams. Hilarious, right, Dwight? Right? Yeah, right. So what'll you be having? Something fruity but refreshing. Hold the coconut rum. A sangria, maybe? My pleasure. That sounds nice. We used to make drinks like that back home. Well, not we exactly. I watched someone drink a drink like that once. They looked happy. Now's your chance to be the one with the drink. What do you say? Is this some sort of juice for a child? Are there children hiding about? No, it's for adults. The kind who like, you know, tropical fun. Oh, I see. Huntress really seemed to perk up at the idea of kids being around and is bummed to hear there aren't any. But I'm quite glad it's just grown-ups on this island, personally. Little ones should definitely not be exposed to this. Not my cup of tea, but okay, sure. We can still use it for a toast, yeah? To new adventures. To new friends. To, did you say clink? No? Since we fulfilled your requests, it's time for you to return the favor. Should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time. Oh boy. I swear I'd known they'd pull this forward. Enthusiastic community building crap. I'd have suggested we attempt to walk the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar. You don't think it could be kind of fun? A little fun. Never mind, I hate it. This sucks. But it could be fine. Or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? I've literally never seen him in a hat. If you must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up forcing to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. He thinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books. Novels, comics, fiction or non. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life. The escape into your own mind. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine. Based on that response, they were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you, what's your desert island book? The one you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be classic horror for reasons that should be obvious. She means because this is an island of horror villains, and also those books are all in the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has gotten really soft these past 100 years, so what's your favorite? Dracula. Dracula is one classic that's still scary. To be seduced by some beautiful stranger and to learn that they're an immortal villain. It's downright thrilling. Well, I guess, but I was gonna say that despite the deviant behavior of Dracula and the threat of possible danger or even death that he poses, you can't help but get turned on by the liberation from the status quo that he represents. So what if some old doctor says he's a bad boy? You're supposed to reek like garlic and sleep alone? Who do they think would buy into that? If you're gonna be trapped in the nightmare that is undead life eternal, which I know a little something about, you could do a lot worse than great clothes, a castle, and a lover who doesn't take shit from anyone. The scariest part of Dracula is thinking that no one will ever be is quite interesting to make love to as a vampire. Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Oh, hello. Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle on the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mask covered eye. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. The Trickster? Who invited this dude here? Trickster, isn't it a little late to introduce a new character? I thought it was the only one who gets to make the rules. I'm not sure who's asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello, and who is this new fan in the waiting? Beat it, hack. I don't know what's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle for our game. Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea, while also teasing the secret Trickster ending. I've got much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap spit, that is. But let's be clear, this ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of the view of the public eye, real romantic-like. Yes, romance is the goal, so we'll all be waiting here in complete silence trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching. Like adults, romantic, well-adjusted adults. You grip the bottle in your hand and put your fate in the hands of the empty bottle gods. Minigames consist of 2 parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in the clockwise direction, and on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame, perfect for the less coordinated because there is no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Whatever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose it doesn't help stop where you want it to, but that's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them. Ready to play? Would you like me to repeat that? Anyway, we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. Oh God. I'm trying to go for Huntress. But I don't mind if we get the Wraith either. As long as I don't get the dues, man. That's all I'm hoping for at this point. When do I stop it, man? This sucks. I don't like this. No! Oh, thank goodness. No! Oh, thank God. Oh, no. No! I got them all twice. Oh, God. This sucks. No! 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 No, no, no. I don't roll this way, homie. No. No, no, no. How do they determine something like this with a spin the bottle? That's bullshit, man. All right, moving on. Seems like the next activity. Well, yeah, that is what happened, Loki. I got everybody twice, so the last one was gonna determine what I was gonna get. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's a very limited seating directly around you. Oh, great, terrific. It seems like everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to the Wraith or Trickster. Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprise? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expected or Stir. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on the screen at the same time. Probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think is a choice. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side. The rest of them will sit opposite of you. Huntress and Trapper sit at the opposite ends with their enormous, sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepped slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy it. Really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that you simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which you know, considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? Welcome back, Baba. So Baba, to catch you up, we're about to eat dinner after playing Spin the Bottle. And yeah. I'm trying to go for the Huntress. Baba. And I'm just sharing facts. You need to murder something to eat its meat, so like that's technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. What do you think? You thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping peoples, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button down prints, you know. When you look closely at the spit, you spot that definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change. Cause I am with my broad axe. It's a perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked, no blood. You two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough, grow up. Obviously my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs. The hell it is. Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop, please. I hate when we fight or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azarov. Great, instead of slicing it up, you can club it to second death. I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours, no hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while examining their value and maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Mind games consist of two parts. On the top, a pointer which rotates in the clockwise direction. On the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is completely visible. Sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the space bar to stop the pointer all over the target to win. Fail to land on target and you will lose. To achieve perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. Away we go. Yeah, they're supposed to be like skill checks, I guess, Majin, yeah. Slice. You missed completely. Perfect. 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 3 for 3, baby. Or 3 for 4, I guess. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. That sounds especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be really embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell, I mean. Come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight are the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff right through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it. Number 2 is no number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Okay. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. You see how deep this cut is? This cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is that they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Wow, you ever seen a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what are we talking about? Lame misdirect. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did, poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull... Oh hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide narrated to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path. Or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? This place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can be learned if you answer to the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that, and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some really quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some I've liked, some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. Okay. You wake up to find the spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cold water into your mouth. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside me that we're all truly insignificant. The only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? You look out into the darkness of night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? Maybe it's Spirit's words, maybe it's the ocean, or maybe it's always been this way, but you suddenly feel connected to Spirit's words. I may not remember much about my life before, but there's one thing I know to be true. I've always been alone. And I'll always be alone. Spirit has turned from looking into the ocean and looking directly at you now. It's a funny idea, isn't it? Being alone. Together. It's the best we can hope for. Maybe. Maybe it's too much to hope for. Maybe it's impossible to pretend we know anything. Is that just arrogance? Ugh, I was so dumb. So busy trying to please everyone and be the perfect student. The perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself. And now I'm all I've got. Worst of all, I got distracted from my true purpose. My destiny. The purpose that was sitting inside of me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound silly, but... Spirit looks around to see if there's anyone else on the beach when she's convinced that it's only you two. She continues. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known, but I've tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid. That sounds badass. Right? But I didn't let it out. And then, you know, chop chop. And now that dragon is pretty much a one-track revenge beast. But enough about me. What's inside of you, stranger? I'd have to kill the dragon. Maybe not the best choice of words. I mean, the dragon sounds awesome, honestly. But I don't feel like I've got anything inside me at all. Just darkness. Never-ending darkness. Here I thought Spirit was the biggest goth on the island until you arrived. Perhaps I could light a torch and search through that darkness. Oh, hello! Just as things were really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up around this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette spinning across the beach, clipboards in hand in which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary. And attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activities. Let's strictly slot it in after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go! Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry. You hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind on time for evening activities. We'll only have time for one person to share their special Spooky's nighttime story. Just one story, but story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh great, we've decided as a group. That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No mess. No fuss. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. I think they're talking about me, to be honest. I don't still understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off me, which is an absolute dream come true. It's really fair to pick on the movie. Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald, did you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time? So help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, then I'll try to drown you in his blood. Cynthia, fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so... Who do you think should go? I choose you, Huntress. Whoa. This entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will you? Huntress steps up to tell her story. The campfire flickers in her faraway eyes. There's a village outside the deep and ominous red wood. No child dared step foot in the path of the threshold of the thick trees and brush that separated safety from the unknown. Grown men that ventured and often would never return, and the sounds that echoed out into the village were something inhuman. The woman of the town told the story to the young children, hoping that it would be enough to dissuade them from the curious exploration beyond the boundaries of the village. They told of a creature who lurks in the woods, half woman, half beast, singing like a siren, haunting, beautiful, her voice the last relic of her humanity. It lulls all who hear into her domain, and not a precocious child nor fierce soldier can escape once you are in her clutches. Those who've seen her say she wears a mask of hair stained with the blood of so many poor souls. The hatchet she wields has been brought down brutally on the skull of many an unsuspecting hunter. The nightmare doesn't end there. For what's a hungry beast to do in the frigid winters with nothing but hunter meat to live off of? It is said that the huntress, as the villagers called her, couldn't bring herself to kill the young girls she came across in the forest. Instead, they'd suffer an even worse fate. Longing for a child of her own, she'd bring them back to her secluded cabin to keep them safe. She'd wrap a tight cord of rope around their necks to affix them to the wall. That way, they'd be warm. That way, they'd be out of harm's way. The huntress would even bring the girls presents. Toys she'd pilfered from other bodies. Masks she'd fashioned out of things from the cottage and little dolls made of grass and twigs. But these toys did nothing to quell the children's fear. Within days, the girls would waste away from starvation and dehydration. For all her good intentions, the huntress had never learned how to care for a human child. You see a tear creep down from underneath the huntress's mask. Suddenly, the most beautiful singing voice you've ever heard fills the air. Sleep, my darling tiny one, tucked with your bed so tight, else the old grey wolf will come and grab you by your side. There's a brief moment of silence you feel you need to contribute to this stirring moment. You stand up and clap once, then after the beat again, slowly building a dramatic group clap. Ray stands next to you and claps. No one else does. You're clapping. It lacks energy. You must be tired. Huntress isn't interested in whatever it is you're trying to do and walks off bored. Oh! I failed. On that note, everyone decides it's time to break and split up for a little bit so they can all have a normal moment before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and is blaring his latest song. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special, and those in charge on the island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of these cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to think yourself. Huntress approaches you. Of course you like my story. Who wouldn't? It had everything. Cute kids, dead man, a huntress. I find that all stories are better with the sound of burning fire filling the air around you. All the smoke, however, I could do without. I'd rather eat barbecue than smell like it. Let's rinse off all that campfire with a dip in the hot tub, shall we? Hey, hello. Dipping in hot tubs with the huntress. You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her. An offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump in the ocean to the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion can handle it. Before you run off, I want to make something clear. You know that half woman, half beast I was talking about in my story? That's me. I'm her. Oh well, I just wanted to let you know in case you thought I was doing a thing where I tell a story in third person, but it turns out the story is me. Huntress's eyes leer at you from behind the mask. She's had her time in the spotlight and is playing coy now. I can't help but giggle when I'm both about to die and also maybe falling in love. You can't believe how awkward this intimidating woman seems right now, but it's actually pretty endearing. Notice the temperature has dropped significantly despite your steamy company. It's a little chilly and your bare shoulders must be freezing. Let's head back into the fire and put me to bed, eh? We hate to intrude on whatever smooth moves are about to unveil themselves, but it's time for bed. Bro, we didn't even get did we even get the dip in the hot tub? But after a day like today, even I'm tuckered out. Will I see you tomorrow? Only if I don't see you first. Make a cute little bow hunting motion. Huntress catches the imaginary arrow you shoot in her teeth, then bites down hard, snapping it in half. At least you think that's what she's doing. It's kind of hard to tell. Good night, my little snack. Hey.
Hello, cutie pie.
I'm sure that wasn't a reference to actually eating you. Let's get out of here. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Are we dropping frames again? We are dropping frames again. I'm gonna wait to see if nice, Majin. Nice. Man, we're dropping frames right now, dude. I don't know why. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Huntress' story of the half-human beast that abducted all those innocent children. An attempt to save them that led to their doom. Are you a mistaken prisoner here on this island? Is this your salvation, or will it be your demise? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive, their now familiar creepy smile stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that, lit by firelight. Why are we dropping frames? What happened, Baba? Let me see if I drop my bitrate if that helps. I really don't know why I'm dropping all these frames. Kind of just waiting on before we continue, I'm kind of just waiting on it to stop lagging out. Quit being unstable, damn it. Come on, game. Or should I say stream? Do this to me. Play this, goddammit. Must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease? Just try to keep the volume at it to a minimum, or our other guests aren't the types you want to rob of their beauty sleep. Away we go. As you relax and look into the night, to the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine and decide that you might adjust the dial to fix it. What the fuck? How do I... see what's on this station. I'm gonna turn it off. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Huntress appears in an instant. You didn't really hear her coming. She's more than happy to tell you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. If a Soviet lullaby doesn't work, this special mushroom tea has always done the trick. And I'm not coating the blade of my hatchet in it to ease the passing of my victims. I'm steeping it in a piping hot mug of water. Try it. You do. Finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. Try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness takes over you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. You shouldn't still be as spooky. By now, you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one's still undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even amnesiac video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you like. You'll never get to 100%. You hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. You'll wake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Trapper, sitting beside you, sketching a portrait. Oh, you're awake. I say what the hunches are before bedtime, but you should know they're not what they seem. Not like me, who's obviously completely honest and trustworthy. I was out checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my... Well, actually, never mind. Just be careful where you sit. But since I'm here, I'd like to share 2 things with you. 1, I do not take rejection well. 2, the first thing is very important to remember. Were you drawing me? You aren't drawing stink lines radiating out of me, are you? Still nothing from the Trapper. Look, I'm not an easy guy to get along with, but I'm an easy guy to spend time with. That'll make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of the scum lives like rats. They wouldn't know a good time if it bit them on the ass. I mean that literally. Point is, you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. Yes, I said fun. And if I don't, remember what I said earlier. It might be the last thing you ever forgot. But hey, you look tired. Get some rest. Sleep. Maybe even sleep well if you can. Try not to roll over to the... Just try not to roll over to the about 15 feet to your left. Finally alone for real this time. Maybe you drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Hopefully, right? Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, geez. It is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to a camera. I think today went really well. These are some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that I didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say? Oh, I do. Okay, attractive, mysterious. I really don't know what other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and had to wash her entrails off my seraphim. That being said, the other 3 should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer want to spend time with tomorrow, but I for one will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith I think knows more about than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill. Trapper, oof. Where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I may be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. Look, I'm always full of rage. The key is knowing how to control your rage so you can use it. I'm a master of self-control. Right now I'm using all the self-control I can muster because today was a disaster. Let's just say I didn't love it. That was funny. Laugh. I said laugh, damn it. Anyway, I'm planning to kill this idiot. Don't tell them though. I want to lead them on a little bit more. I will make it that much better for me when they're screaming. Yeah, today was fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest anything that might hurt me, so I don't know. We'll just see how it goes, or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what'll happen. I know that everyone thinks of me as beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe, okay, those are a choice for sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm gonna get bloody revenge on a society that has used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. Achievement unlocked, still alive. You open your eyes, the sun is shining, there's not a cold sky, there's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great, totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by campfire but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why, I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, the rest of the gang is hanging out by the beach. It's definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? Talk about sexy, here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Man, who keeps letting this dude just show up out of nowhere? Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Today's an important one. My only regret is that it won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I'm just swamped with engagements, especially on the island. Nope. Don't drink that. They don't call him the Churza because he's good on a skateboard. He's definitely didn't get the name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. Please make sure to leave a review. Helps with the algorithms. Trust me, I'm looking out for you so we can please move on. Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something of grave importance. Even if this place is eternal prison of pain, and I'm saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up review. If it was crafted with love and or that's the type of thing you're into. No, the ocean's right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent, and whatever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations is not easy to do. Sometimes there are some small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of a creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment. Not be overly critical of them. You two trying to sell me on this place actually being good. You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh, sure, they make great points, I agree. What's up, Phenom? Can we please move on? Yes, of course, apologies. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? What an encouraging response! And we're so glad you're not suspicious. Hey Claudette, maybe he's suspicious because they haven't figured out what they're actually doing here. Zero chance they're still clicking, even right now, to see how you'll respond. Hey, look at that. Yeah, they don't know anything. Doesn't matter though, we're so happy to hear you're having fun. I didn't say I was having fun. We're all having fun. Do you hear us? We're all having fun. We need to ask you one more question though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? Perfect. Delightful. Excellent. Yes, yes. Hey, it's totally cool if you have constructive feedback. This place is... The place to leave that is in the positive review because we all know nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudia have gone into a trance. And with grumbling I hear from your belly, that can only mean one thing. Breakfast. It's going alright. We're doing okay, I think. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes, bacon, and... So much for maintaining those beach bods. We're all half naked on a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here or yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. Take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you've experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. Looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I can't imagine you can make me angrier than you did yesterday, but I really hope you do. I really, really hope you do. Unrelated. Anyone else see where I left my cleaver? Just kidding. I always know where my cleaver is. That was bizarre. Back to your breakfast. Nope. Now Hunt just steps up to talk about her feelings. At this point, anything can happen. I'm open to the possibilities that the strange island has in store. How open-minded. That surely must be it. No one else would really stand up during breakfast to... And just like that, here comes Spirit. Did everyone sleep well? I did, or should I say did not. I haven't slept in 20 years on the account of the whole burning quest for familial revenge thing. And last night was no different. So in that case, it was like how it should be. Got a lot of reading done, though. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all while looking cute doing so. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Ah, perfect. There he is. Take us home, Wraith. And now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep them wanting more. You're good at this game, or sexy true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, though. So be it. Yeah, where's my breakfast, dude? Where's the bacon and shit, dude? Come on. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess. That is okay, right? You know, I may be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers. But it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. It's only okay so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not a real and all. Yeah, I've heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, stick it in there. A little more. Oh, yeah, that's it. Yes. How does that feel? Tense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. I want you to take that and put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that? Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea these two even do whatever they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh wow, look at this cool, super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left in the chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it. Oh, come on, a little privacy, please. Dwight is panting and Claudia has a crazed look in her eyes. So I didn't know how else to let you know I was here and that I could hear you. Well, you know. No, what? What do you think we were doing? I don't know exactly what you're doing, but it sounded like fun. You think 2 people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that the key is in finding the exact places we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him, Dwight? Oh man, look at that. Dang, she's busting out laughing at Dwight. My life is a nightmare, yet somehow it's never been worse than this. Poor guy, man. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry wounds, and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, you're gonna need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape the island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A cragmedy? I don't like that. You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true, centered, calm sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up sun in the heated pool. Today you're on a date with you. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped, like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all. It's this piece of shit. IP Island? What the fuck? Can this dude get out of here, bro? Why does he keep showing up? He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give them anything. And we're not best friends. Just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking, it's not an open invitation to go smashing the 4th wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that that guy's gone, we got some ground rules established. We're definitely going to abide by it. It's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Oh, it's Spirit. That checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy. We should get out of here. I know a place that brings a bit of welcome darkness to this tropical nightmare. Best of all, I'm the only one that seems to know about it, so I won't be bothered there. I don't even know what I'm telling you, really. It's my private spot, but I guess I've got a feeling that you'll appreciate it the way I do. Not like these other killers. They don't get me. But I'll get them. Oh, I'll get them, and I'll get my father too, and I'll punish him for what he did to my mother and me. Spirit radiates a menacing aura, waving her sword around in the air as she threatens, well, the entire universe. It's scary, and more than a little hot if you get turned on by menacing. Look, all this time on Murder's Island has got us both a little confused about things. I'm choosing to lean into it. I suggest you do the same. You've seen her get mad, which is probably enough to scare you into compliance, but you've also seen that there's a more sensitive side she's hiding within her. Which do you think you'll win out? Consider her offer, but freak inside you want to go with the Spirit, the Wraith, and the Jax. Honestly, Spirit's great. He's the only one around here that doesn't totally get on my nerves. I guess you got good taste, but I don't know. We can hang out and just show you some cool stuff if you want, or forget anything I said. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on a date. You can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked in the pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember that these are all cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say: when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Then die a horrible, retching, breathing death after drinking it because lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island has really got me tilted. So who will it be? I gotta go with Spirit. You made the correct decision, but know this. Just because you pick me doesn't mean I'm gonna slobber all over you like a dog, understand? Well, of course, you still got a lot to prove to me, and I want to believe that our connection is real, but I've been hurt before, literally, with a katana. A katana that I now wield in spectral form, you feel me? Because you will feel me if you try any of that macho trapper crap. Yeah, I feel you. Before you ask Claudette and Dwight to clarify, I'll just let you know that yes, it is too late to change your answer now. I wasn't going to change it anyway. You and Spirit arrive at the coast, overlooking the Black Lighthouse. It's old and decrepit, but still impressive. There's something magnetic about it. You can see why Spirit would be drawn to such a place. You look Spirit up and down and notice that she's wearing all black, just like the lighthouse. Noticing a bit of a theme. Is black your favorite color? Black isn't really a color at all. It's the absence of color. It's a void. Like me. Spirit smiles. Nature abhors a vacuum. You're not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The lapping waves on the shore of the coast set a romantic tone. The fog that surrounds Spirit everywhere she goes blends perfectly with the mist rolling up over the rocky shoreline. She's at one with this place, and so are you. The peace doesn't last too long, however, as the lighthouse lets out an eerie howl like a monster dying. A spiraling black light stretches out across the sky. Spirit has to yell at you just to be heard. Oh yeah, it does that. The light and sound recede, and the two of you just sit in silence. Spirit lays a towel down and then pats it gently. Clearly, she wants your company, so you oblige. When you do, she takes out some sunscreen and hands it to you. You're not exactly sure what to do with it. Is this an invitation to get a little hands-on action? What else could it be? I figured as much. Spirit turns away while you slather lotion all over your body. Need any help reaching those difficult spots? You see a hand float around your back. Sure, why not? Spirit's hand on your back is ice cold, but she has a soft touch. When she's done, she takes care of herself. You watch the Spirit apply sunscreen to herself in the most unique way by floating her own hand around her back to spread it on. The fact that your hands just float around like that, you can always see things easier than I can. It's almost like you're some kind of superhero. Glad you get a kick out of it, but floating several limbs is like some type of superpower you think to wish for it as a kid. I'd much rather be able to read minds. Maybe then I'd understand why some people act the way they do. Sometimes humor is how you deal with uncomfortable situations, but clearly you read the room wrong. Must have been horrible. It was worse than death. At least death ends eventually. But I wouldn't want to forget it. It literally made me who I am now. Truth is, I could pull all these bits of glass that are stuck to my flesh out right now if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Each shard is a reminder of what my father did to me and what the world did to him. That's why I refuse to play the universe's game. I hate the idea that I'll be forced to succumb to pressure the way he did in the end. The way the fear and anger filled him and then came bursting out, the way his misery flooded our home, drowned us all. It's hard not to think about revenge, the dragon inside me. It's doing to me what the world did to him. I have to fight it even though it gives me strength. I must maintain control. You're stronger than he ever was, I'm sure of it. I appreciate that. I suppose a little help isn't a bad thing. Life and love, this world is a lot to endure alone. Maybe I could use a little assistance reaching my delicate toes for a bit of lotion, you know? Having your body contorted into these vengeful poses, it really does a number on my joints. Perfect. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Oh god. Missed completely. I suppose the lotion made it to where it was supposed to be going eventually. You weren't too incredibly wasteful. I'm not a woman who believes in rushing through things just to get them done. If there is a next time, I'm sure you'll do even better. Look up to the lighthouse. It is ominous, dark from hovering above this moment between Spirit and yourself. Evil as it clearly is, in this case, it does you a solid by blurting out another ominous moan and bursts of black light that rescues you from this awkward silence. Whoa, what's this? From seemingly out of nowhere, an ancient-looking ship appears in the water. It glows, itself a thing of death. A spirit of a ship that once sailed these seas centuries ago. A tattered black flag whips in the ocean air above the ship as it careens through the shore. Before crashing on the rocks, it must have been drawn in by the lighthouse. You hear the distant shouting of sailors as the old wooden ghost ship breaks up and sinks into the water. Alright, it does that sometimes too. Should we do something? Nah, the sharks will take care of it. Within a minute, the ocean is quiet again except for the waves. Note to self, hungry sharks. But these time-traveling pirates, or whoever they were, you're half sure you saw one of the skulls and crossbone flags. They aren't the only ones drawn here today. It's Wraith. He has emerged from the palm trees behind you. I didn't come to break up your date or something. Then what the hell did you come here to do? I came for that. Wraith points to the lighthouse. It is indifferent to his attention. I've been seeing it in my dreams, shining its strange light on me. I can't avoid it. Woods and walls, nothing seems to stop it from reaching out to me. Duh, it's a haunted lighthouse. It does it to everyone at some point. You're no more special than me. Those dead pirates or that mermaid I saw washed up on the shore that one time. Mermaids, by the way, aren't even close to as beautiful in person as they are in movies. More sea witch than underwater princess, if you get my drift. It's all a part of a vast conspiracy. An epic river of lies that runs beneath the island or something. Pretty sure I've heard it out. Basics, you know. Anyhow, if you come with me, you can get cut. Spirit waves her katana, nearly trimming a couple buttons off the Wraith's tropical top. He takes this hint and backs away a few steps. So, for the quiet guy, he never really shuts up. Okay, be that way. You'll see. Alone at last, tension broken, deathly moans quiet, and Wraith banished back to wherever he hangs out. You scooch closer to Spirit, breathing in the damp, foggy air that seems to emanate from her. It's not quite clear how that whole fog thing works, but you don't even care. You're feeling this moment. Spirit seems to be feeling it too. She starts to adjust her robe and you get a peek at the bathing suit beneath. Oh, hello. Someone who seems intent on proving how little she cares about everyone else thinks. She put a lot of work into getting into that suit. It's got straps for days. However, you're so focused on what's happening in Spirit you don't see the next interruption coming. Claudette and Dwight burst into you and interrupt whatever you were doing. It doesn't seem like they were worried they'd bump into much. We're here to make a very dramatic announcement. Well, technically, we're here to invite you to join us back to the beach. Then we'll be making a very dramatic announcement. It's hard being the producers and the hosts. Aren't survivors supposed to be working in groups of 4? Dang, man. Bunch of cock blockers on this island, bro. When you arrive at the beach, you realize you were set up. Despite promising an announcement, Dwight and Claude simply stand quiet. This isn't at all what was promised. Wait a minute, there is no announcement here. But there is a me. You got mud in your ears, friend? I told you to get lost. Don't you see? Lost is what I am, and so are you. But I know the way out. I've got a map back in the secret lair, literally. I know the difference. Man, this guy's a loser, bro. Get this dude out of here. I'm trying to make a mess of the first day I've had in, I don't know, a long time because it's not even clear what year it is in a while. I'm not about to be ditched for the likes of you. It's not me messing things up like I try to keep telling you. It's this dang island. Couldn't accept the difficult truth. What's happening here? Well, I'm convinced that it's our fate. It's not anyone's decision. It's simply the way it will be. There's no use fighting it. What do you even know about fighting? All you know is hiding your spooky little secret hair and crying like a baby while ringing out your little bell. So don't tell me what I can't fight back against. I was born a fighter. A dragon lives inside me. I can't not fight. Even when all I might want to do is hide. Don't you see this giant hat? It's a metaphor. If I do have a fate, my fate is to win every fight that comes my way. Got it? Oh, you hide. I've seen you hide in your little phase walking routine. What do you call that? It's basically cloaking. We all know that cloaking is a type of hiding. Folks, you cloak. I don't cloak. I'm not a cloaker. I phase walk out of the open. You just can't see me. You have no idea what they're talking about, but this sounds like some video game community forum thread in minutia as ever was a thing. Not that you know about that either. Sure doesn't seem like Dwight and Claudette are going to stop this, so it's on you. Ahem. I think I was brought here to make this choice, so I'm going to do that now. And I choose. It comes down to it, neither of these two seems easy to love. I mean, damn, Spirit literally has broken glass shards sticking out of her, but she has a certain charm to her gloom. Spirit and I were actually having a nice time. Besides, if it's my fate to end up on this island, well, to hell with fate, really. I don't take this the wrong way, Wraith, but the amount of awkwardness you put back into a single day, no wonder you're so skinny. All that second guessing yourself must burn a lot of calories. Spirit breathes a sigh of relief. I've got enough revenging to do without having to kill you and Wraith too. Spirit walks around the corner to show you something that she discovered in this place and knew was meant to be connected with her journey. A cherry tree. It is just a small sapling, but has begun to sprout flowers. It doesn't make sense to see a cherry tree here in this place. It also doesn't make sense to see a ghost in a black bathing suit, so, you know, just accept it. As Spirit steps up to a tree, a cold breeze pulls up some petals off and they become cascading through the air around the both of you. Do you know the meaning of the cherry blossom? They're beautiful, but also quite symbolic, of course. Like all good symbols, their meaning is pretty complicated. What do they mean to you? For many people, being among cherry blossoms is like being at a celebration of life. People travel great distances just to be near their vibrant beauty. However, as beautiful as they might be, they aren't magical. They're simply flowers. They quickly die, fade away. For this reason, they are also a symbol of the fleeting nature of life, our fragile mortality. In a way, it's the specter of looming death that calls attention to the special moment, to see and appreciate life. How does that duality make you feel? Accepting the fleeting nature of life, like the beauty of the flower in bloom, allows me to appreciate the moment without being too hung up on what comes next. As you explain, Spirit's face seems to look sad to you. Not sure why. It's not the happiest topic, life and death, but why should that matter? Then it dawns upon you. Spirit has been trapped in this ghastly state of death with no hope of cycle, no rebirth. A moment of blossoming life long gone. That scary time of death and decay that comes after the good part. That's Spirit's eternity. I feel like an idiot. I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't even thinking about you. You just answered from the heart. I can't let that bother me. Our priorities are not the same. I have my mission. Once the fallen cherry blossoms represented the souls of the samurai warriors, those with noble characters, those who did not fear death, those who were killed in the greatest sacrifice to honor their emperor. Their lives were short, but their purpose gave them beauty. Warriors saw death coming, but they never despaired. They stood and faced it. They held their swords and struck down their fear. But despite the samurai spirit that lives on in me and my noble bloodline, my life has ended, but my death continues to stretch on. The cycle is frozen. This cherry tree, it's not real. Though its petals fall, they soon replenish. It's as if they were installed here by someone. You watch as Spirit chooses her words very carefully. By something with no respect for the balance of life and death. I'm sorry to interrupt. You know we don't believe you, right? Yep. This time, we've got a really good reason. It has nothing to do with us being manipulated by an unforeseen force, because that's definitely not happening. Nobody accused you of that, but okay. We just need to tell you that it's time for dinner, silly. Get it while it's hot. I guess it's time to go or whatever. Thanks for spending time with me today. I enjoyed it. Me too. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining, and that's not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending the afternoon with courting a psycho killer. No, you're actually feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wraith is here too. We're not going to do the gag where we all cram them on screen at the same time again, so you just believe me, they're all here. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm as surprised as you are that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Trapper seems like the biggest longshot to end up holding your heart, he throws caution into the wind and speaks up. Pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murder's Island, but hey, letting them have one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows they won't do any better than that. Lamb shank, rare, salt, pepper, no sauces allowed. Serve it with one single piece of broccoli so Wraith won't complain. Gives me horrible gas. Oh, I don't like that. Buddy, wait till you smell the rare lamb does to my bowels. That's awesome. That sounds awful. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. We'd like to share your day with the rest of the group. You've had an interesting day, that's for sure. How will you you know what that is, Majin? That's one of these. Oh, man! You've had an interesting day, that's for sure. But how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little and it could affect your standing with the group. Don't just sit there and say nothing. Nothing is not an option. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Bony appetit? Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as you pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Going to the fire pit. You can go willingly or unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. Do you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good, something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. Finally, everyone starts moving towards the fire pit, if only to get away from Ray's complaining. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling this fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Will narrator tell a story? I bet they've got stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts on my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, but nothing. So nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh, cool. Now everyone's looking at you. So, you know, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story or play charades? Boggle? Faith points his spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. Duck out of his way. Who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or if it's your nerves heating up. Alright, well. Sure, I'm game to tell a story. Let's tell a story of adventure. Here goes. I really like to go fishing. Solid hobby, great foundation for a story for sure. Pause, everyone is waiting for bated breath, no pun intended. I'm all ears. Now I'll talk about the bucket of them I have on my boat. You crack open a beer by smashing the bottle cap off the nearest rock before starting. I'm at the local watering hole prying up on my regular 12 beers before I slay at the pool table. Slay is good. Steely Dan blasts from the jukebox. The bartender's tip jar is filled to the brim. I pound the final pint and smash the glass on the counter as the man shouts for the entire joint. The patrons cheer for me. I am their god. Suddenly, I hear the telltale revving of the engines outside. Motorcycles. The saloon doors swing open. And walks in my arch nemesis, Big Slim, the giant of North Toledo. I thought I smelled something acrid from Akron when I hopped off the hog, Slim says with a sneer. I get up from my stool, the gal behind me rubbing my shoulders, revving me up for the inevitable fight. Long way from home, aren't we, Slim? What are the fine people of Elm Street gonna do without someone to sell them someone's second-hand cufflinks tonight? I taunt him. He strokes his oily beard. This story has a lot of specific geographic references in it. I have a perfectly good job at the pawn shop. Why are you coming at me like that? Slim yells. That's fair, I scream back. Why do we even hate each other? I can't even remember. Something about me cutting you off in traffic, but I was a misunderstanding, Slim yells. Well then let's hug it out, I say, tears starting to swell in my eyes. And we made up. What? What about the bar fight? Oh yeah, we got into a real blowout fight later that night. Really yelled our proverbial heads off, but we just had an argument about whether you should say pop or soda. But I don't really want to, but anything I say is sure to be better than whatever you get out of anyone else in this group. Like all good stories, I stole this one from someone in the past who's dead now and can't do anything about it. It's called The Bride, or technically I suppose the fiance. One winter, a young couple decided that next spring they would be married. The two were madly in love but could not wait for snow to melt, so they could join in matrimony and unite their souls in eternity. Per the latest bridal trends, they decided to have their wedding ceremony on the edge of the woods by the beautiful shabby chic farmhouse. Together they spent months planning the details of the wedding. The two created invitations, figured out seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before setting on the perfect one. They chose filigree, by the way, so fancy. When it came down to figure out the decorations, however, the bride, or the fiance, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toed sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so he was definitely not to be trusted. Having decided on such a lovely setting for the ceremony, the fiance decided that she would create unique floral arrangements from the local wildflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. Each day, she spent hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found, and prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding, so that they'd be at the height of their freshness and beauty. Enamored with the incredible variety of flowers in the woods she surveyed, the bride, or the fiance, since they had not been married, became obsessed with knowing just how many there were so that she could choose the absolute best. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiance told her husband-to-be that she had one final errand before the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful white gown and set off into the woods to gather flowers. Treading carefully, she followed her route, selecting only the best stems and collecting them in a basket. However, when she came upon a once familiar clearing, something was not as she expected. Somehow, it was more beautiful now than it had ever been before. Just on the edge of her view was a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and colorful she became dizzy just looking at them. But the fiancé ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead, scooping up flower after flower, and every time she did, she noticed just further ahead possibly even more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring air, the bride, or the fiancé, crept farther and farther into the woods until she turned a corner, stepped over a mossy fallen tree trunk, and realized she had been here before. But this wasn't the clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe, decaying, falling from their stems into festering moldy piles on the floor. Where bees had been, now only flies buzzed. Where the scene of flowers had once intoxicated her, the odor of mildew now made her sick. She turned and looked back, but the path was dark. Into a shadowy glen she walked and walked and walked. That day, as guests gathered at the farmhouse, the fiancé was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and love began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched the pasture, the tree line, and into the forest, but there were no beautiful wildflowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. Fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, always wandering, looking for fresher blooms to clip, but never finding them. Distracted by never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you're loved for who you are. Out there, all alone. Thought it was beautiful and sad. Just like someone we know. How was story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off any individual installment and builds greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that, we don't actually care. We're here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic Twilight moment. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know what we need to get back to? That thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay, you have fun tonight. Try not to wink, end up dead. Would you say the words wink out loud? And what kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident. And you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She doesn't really belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear someone trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take this to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes? Please, enough talk of burns. Things that are lit are getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire that must be surrounded by figurative flames as well. What if we turned and ran far away from this place as we could? On those spindly legs, you're probably tired before you get too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded, then they should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. I thought my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but because I choose to move slowly for stealth. It's my own choice, and it's completely logical. Why so many obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you from fighting each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting here by the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game. It's like she's actively trying to be unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on or just me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention along with the attention of everyone else is still on you for the moment. You heard him. Who will it be? Alright, we have to choose. Let's go with Huntress. You know, I had the feeling you'd pick me. You've got good taste, and I don't say that because I'm considering eating you. Hey, hold up.
Hey, yo, what? Hey, yo!
Huntress licks her lips as she eyes you up and down. Oh, hello. You've never felt like a literal piece of meat this much in your life before. What have you gotten yourself into? Let's go over to the bar. I'm gonna make you into something. Hey, what?
Hey, yo!
Make me into something special.
What a fucking nightmare.
What? Well, you know what though?
I'm wildin'!
Don't matter. You and Huntress whisk yourselves away to the bar, and when you arrive, you find an arrangement of arts and crafts supplies. And are those taxidermy tools? Cool. Are you freaking out? I'm not freaking out. You wonder what's going on through Huntress's head. Although she's bubbly and enthusiastic, you're always terrified she might snap. Something on your mind? She smiles. Drink this. Huntress hands you a seemingly normal tropical cocktail. If one were to drug you into some sort of state in which you could be operated on, these flavors would certainly hide the poison. You look around and consider what else there is to live for besides becoming Huntress's little toy, and the conclusion is bombs away and you pound the drink. It's quite nice. I've been thinking about making you a present, a mask. Would you be into that? Yes, of course. I've always admired yours. What would you like? The fluffiest white cat mask, like marshmallow level fluff. You can barely make out any of the features. What the fuck? What the fuck? Meow! Oh fuck, bro. Oh shit, this is killing me, bro. Oh my god. Okay, I guess I asked. Well, I know what I'm gonna be working on tonight, all alone in my skimpy pajamas. Huntress winks at you. No, that's not how tonight goes. I mean, it's not how it's supposed to go. Not yet, at least. You look at you cookie kids. Soon. Huntress, you got lots of hobbies. Why don't you share something with us that you're passionate about? Something less deadly than throwing axes or chasing survivors, maybe. Just a thought. Making more masks? Or wait, making matching gloves? No, you little joker. Yeah, fucking this island is full of cock blockers, bro. I'm thinking of different type of making. Making our victims die fast, medium or slow deaths, depending on the mood we're in. It's another round of be careful what you wish for on Murder Island. Dwight, I need your help. Doing something in a different place entirely? You read my mind. Meet you there. I'm talking about mycology, you know. Mushrooms. I've picked a lot of them, and I'm very familiar with which ones make a great soup base and which ones make you super dead. I'll show you 2 mushrooms. You point at the one that's safe to eat. That sounds easy enough. Oops, that little fella's called an autumn skullcap, and after eating one, if the diarrhea doesn't kill you, the liver failure probably will. I figured that was going to be the case, but I still chose it anyway. Next up, this one's very easy. I'm sure you'll nail it. Point at the one that won't result in almost instant death. Rotro, you would have easily eaten the deadly Dapperling, which has a name that is both adorable and, well, deadly. Adorable and deadly. You know anyone like that? Hee. Final question, which will make you jump for joy. Which will make you jump for joy and which will make you vomit until you die? Oh, jeez, I'm sorry, hon. That's a destroying angel. It's very deadly. Not to be confused with the wish granting angel, which is what you might imagine while you're hallucinating on your deathbed after trying down one of these. That was fun, right? I like flexing a little more than just my biceps for you. Alright, let's see here. Tabulating your answers, and let's hope you hunt better than you forage because you're bad at foraging. Very bad. Get us all killed bad. Huntress claps her hands giddily. I appreciate you spending time with me tonight. I know the other killers are very alluring in their own way. It means a lot that you spend time with a forest bumpkin such as myself. Huntress leans on you, knife to your throat. I'll demean myself if I want to. She's angry but also turned on. This is pretty hot. We're here! Claudette and Dwight are gathering everyone together at the beach. Typical. Exactly what the voice said. I'm telling you, and I'm being honest, that you're the only one who can hear me. Okay. The gang's all together again at the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was? Oi, feels like I've been here a lot longer than that actually. It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual narratordom. Good thing you've used your time really well since then. Really getting to know the gang, the brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl, you know, the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone is gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see who I choose. Who's ready for a round robin? How round are we talking? Not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you all about the dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. No particular order, which is a weird thing to mention. Almost like the order does matter. Trapper, why don't you go first? Without further ado, let's see what this doofus has. Pushing the boundaries of what is acceptable not in a polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event, that also the larger meta-narrative, the Dead by Daylight dating experience. Sometimes you just gotta say it. Why yes, thank you, I'd love to. Tomorrow will suck, probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with, I know that. But I can tell you this much, I'm hiding a secret on the island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. We're not picking that guy, so... Well, what if you just whispered it? Wraith considers this for a long moment, too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow we have to find my bell. Then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. Alright, let's see what the girls got. Tomorrow morning I'm planning on on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing, go away. Then, boy oh boy, I've got such an adventure planned. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure are we looking for? Guess you have to pick me to find out. Let me tell you, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing because it's clear that you're already going to pick me. Confident, mysterious, I like it. Hit us, Spirit. Figuratively, damn it, Dwight. You gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow, you'll spit in the face of God, die, and be reborn anew. That's it? If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper and dig up whatever mysteries is Wraith. I don't know what these guys do all day. Do you want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay then. So hydrate tonight if you intend to hang with Spirit. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, I need to dream about these options. I already know who I'm choosing, so it ain't even a problem. How can we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality surviving dating competition parody would be complete without signaling one of our 2 contestants who is already teetering on the edge of a psychological break. Giving them a little push. Hold up, this has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time and I'm just not finding out about it? Welcome to Murderer's Island. It's now time to eliminate one of the killers. Oof, it's like a butchering, but it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but can you break their heart? Dare you dare to even try? You mean, that's right, tomorrow one of these sexy slices will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's a classic reversal of fate? And it will hurt someone's feelings? Someone dangerous? What's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you'd see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats and I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. If you get a wraith, he might cry. Although I'd totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable. It just seems like he might be an ugly cry. I'm sure she might pretend to be okay, but then you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is I don't envy you, boss. Which sociopath are you eliminating? It was very simple. Trapper, you scared the living shit out of me. You were eliminated. That's fair. Honestly though, I don't care. You suck. But not in a good way. You bore me. Your personality, you personality-free maggot. It wouldn't even be fun to kill you. Which I totally was gonna do tomorrow the first chance I got. So really, this is a win-win for both of us. Yeah, get out of here, Trapper. Still gotta kill you though, out of principle for eliminating me. Sleep with both eyes open and have your fun on your day tomorrow. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. Don't worry too much about the broken heart you left behind. Because of course they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not be able to go home with this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right. We're sending our eliminated player home with... Oh, look at that, a fucking trickster body pillow. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? Not because of the guilt. I mean, knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudia come back and put you on sleep themselves. You know those two schedule. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. And the elimination, I didn't even know that was that kind of game. Let's check in with everyone, especially our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. Well, we'll see how things go tomorrow, I suppose. I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut off my mind during hard times. I know I seem all excited and devil may care, but the truth is, I'm really pessimist at heart. That tends to happen when mother is skewed by an elk when you were young. Yeah, how do you know? Well, guess, it's also the only thing you talk about. If you excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over in that tree and I'm feeling peckerish. Or peckish, my bad. I don't really know what's happening here. Honestly, I haven't been paying much attention. Oh, I forgot. I've been focusing on other things, more important things. One way or another, I won't be here for much longer. I don't handle rejection. Well, at least I don't think I do. No one has ever been dumb enough to reject me before. Yeah, the more I think about it, the angrier I'm getting. And I'm a giant range monster, so everyone in this room should be scared right now. Turn the camera off. Did I think there was a chance I might get eliminated? Yeah, I did. Did I care if I got eliminated? Not even a little. Does this volume of the words I spend talking about how much I don't care about things signify a deeper yearning within me to be seen, heard, or validated by those around me? Nah. What? You're not a part of this? You don't get a confessional? It's cool, man. I'm not a part of anything. You feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low budget, old school marketing vibes. Not gonna lie, I wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down with the reality show dating competition. But I've got a new album. Yeah, well, whatever. Get this dude out of here. Not gonna read all that. This guy talks too much. Whatever, I don't even care. I'm the trickster. What is this guy's... What's the narrator's name? You're sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair? I wonder who the narrator is, if it's gonna be actually anybody. It's the thing you're all getting. It's the thing you're getting all wet. Now it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Fine, let's just get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your check-in. Check-in? I was just looking for the bathroom. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. It's okay. Never mind. Never mind. What does that mean? Oh, not you two. This wasn't meant to be a confession time for literally every character in this game. It's okay. We don't have anything. We don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and wanted to sit down somewhere. This chair is wet. Yeah, I think the ocean just peed on it. How is that pop? You know what? I don't care. You two are looking pretty pleased with yourselves. I got something to confess. Oh, great. What's it going to be? You ate glue in the 2nd grade? You cheated on an algebra test once? Watching Trapper getting eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that is my life that I felt even a modicum of joy. Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, the sun, these sweet sugary drinks, it sounds fun for a long weekend, but in eternity, the unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls, it's like a crescendoing song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of this universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please erase me from this existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment and let my soul be free. And please, please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you back to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up. Yikes, son. That was weird. That was a weird way to end. Ah, well, what are you going to do? You let the camera roll long enough, someone is bound to say something crazy. Anyways, seems like everyone's had their shot to annoy me tonight, so hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow's going to be a doozy. Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, you're using a killer crab as a pillow, which is sort of okay. What's that? You don't know you know about the killer crabs? Oh, right. You didn't go to that hunter's date. You really missed out. It was thrilling, or I guess it would have been. You have to play the game again to get that reference, I suppose. You pull on your beach attire and splash water on your face. Dwight and Claudette approach. Is that look on their faces excitement? Terror? You notice your stomach flutters with butterflies. Someone's in love. You've been infected with zombie butterflies in your sleep. It has happened here before, but it's probably the love thing. It's time! Claudette gestures over to the beach where the killers all stand flanked by tiki torches. It's a scene very reminiscent of a TV show you used to hate watch with your ex. Suddenly, the message is clear. You're going to declare your affections for a killer in front of several other killers. Hey, isn't Trix supposed to be here? Paid him good money to make some half-assed cameos in the show. I'm going to chew his agent out. Before they walk you over your big moment, I think we haven't noticed how kind you've been to us. It can't be easy being thrown to a mysterious island seemingly for no reason. Surrounded by terrifying killers trying to manage your most primal impulses. Murder and making out. And you've kept a cool head and treating us, your friendly island hosts, with dignity and respect. So don't tell anyone we told you this, but Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially. Just a little hint for you going forward. Don't try to go all the way with a killer who isn't into you. Relationships are two-way streets, and if you don't have a green light in the other direction, you might end up in the friend zone. The friend zone? That doesn't sound so bad. What do you think you are exactly? Dead by Daylight doesn't do friends. There are killers and there are survivors. I'm afraid we can't say more. Okay, so who's into me? Well, I've never seen Spirit open up to anyone like you guys opened up to you. I've seen her open up the insides of plenty of people. Thankfully for you and us, that's a different type of game. So you ready? Of course you're not, but not too bad. We're on a schedule. Make your way over to the row of hotties. Claudette and Dwight stand off to the side, heads behind their backs. It's been quite the 48 hours, but there are clearly sparks in the air, and I'm not talking about this rusty chainsaw. But I do recommend staying away from those sparks. It's time for a newcomer to confess their love. Wait, I have to drum roll for this. No, you don't, but who cares? Not that flower thing. The thing where the suitor gets a flower as a symbol of a contestant's love and affection. Oh, right, I suppose. But no roses. They're such a cliche at this point. Well, that's good, because I tried to pick a rose and got an ouchie, so I settled for these. Beautiful. You've done so good, Dwight. This is a lovely bouquet. Hope Dwight saved some of these for Claudette. They're a thing, right? You're getting that vibe too? Just me? Sorry. So you've got other things to worry about right now. Who do you select to receive these flowers and spend the day with you today? Chin to hunches, she's never looked more appealing. Her caftan dress ruffles behind her in the light morning breeze. A seagull lands on her shoulders, like she's a beachy cartoon princess. She snaps the seagull's neck and stuffs it somewhere under her flowy dress. Probably to save for lunch. She can't help but hunt. Huntress, I choose you. Let's spend the day together and see if we think a future's possible for our love. Me? Really? Huntress throws her hands up in the air like a bear and gallops towards you. At first, you think she might swipe you at her with her gigantic hands and knock the life out of you. Instead, she scoops you up and into a hug and takes her place at your side. And she just stuck her tongue out at all the other killers. Sometimes the immature move is the right one. It's sure to be a fun day. We'll just be here, not getting to really participate, even though survivors matter too. While you go off into the grand old time. Just Claudette and I hanging out. No one competing for our love. Wondering what we did in the past life to end up being embroiled in this unrelenting misery. But go, have a blast. All right, we're on a date with Huntress. Let's go. Huntress eagerly leads you to the yacht to begin your romantic day together. You have to admit, warm salty air on your skin, the sound of crashing waves. This is pretty perfect morning, just you and Huntress. Hey cuties. Oh, the ocean's here too. Did you know that I'm teeming with flesh-eating bacteria and dead bodies? That pesky ocean, always killing the vibe. You turn to Huntress. Sure you're okay here on the ocean? No, you don't like to be put out in the open. Something about being here with you makes me feel safe. Both sit down at a beautifully set table at the deck of the boat. A wide spread of mouth-watering breakfast goodies are arranged in front of you. Can we get you anything? You look a bit green. I get extremely seasick. Chicks replace all the island's Dramamine with party drugs, so... Wait, how'd they get here? Weren't they just on the beach consoling their rejected killers? Are there more than 2 of them? You motion over to them. We'll both take a screwdriver. Hold the orange juice. Of course! Hey, can you play this particular song for us? Set the mood. Hand Dwight a piece of paper with a song title written over it. Sure, though I doubt the trapper has it in his vinyl collection. Soon the haunting melody of Huntress's mother's lullaby stems through the yacht's expansive stereo system. The boat rocks as though the rhythm of the song. The eerie melancholy mood is really quite romantic. Breakfast has never been this intimate. You reach out to touch the Huntress's hand when suddenly a loud bellow scares you. You knock your freshly poured flute of straight vodka into the pristine deck. It's Trapper. He's screaming at us from the beach. Look at how tiny he is from all the way out here. Huntress squishes his head between her fingers like a child and giggles. Damn you both! The chairs you're sitting on are worth more than your lives. Get back here. He's not wrong. Hey, Claudette, take us out farther. Aye, Captain. Can she drive a boat? Guess we'll find out. Alone again. Nothing but the caw of the seagull and the ominous shadow of the creature lurking beneath the waves. I have something for you. For me? Huntress reveals a package wrapped in a bloodied apron. You clap your hands like a kid on their birthday. Her playful attitude is rubbing off on you. I made that mask, you ask. I almost forgot. I bet you didn't. This is the whole reason you pursued Huntress, I bet. Definitely to get a mask of your own. No other reason. Here you go. Look at my mask. It's perfect. You sure about that? It certainly was a choice. You both laugh. You toss the mask off the yacht. Good call. The whole time I was making out, I was like, this is too weird. No amount of blood is ever going to make it look cool. Let's go back to my place. Oh, hey, yo. She downs her screwdriver. Oh, we fucking. The tension is palpable as you both enter the cabin. You could cut it with a hatchet. Give me a break. It's day 3 of Killer Jokes. The narrator only has so much mojo. Huntress sits you down at the cluttered table in the kitchen. You notice the bloodstains that have crept into every nook and cranny of the wooden planks. What poor creature died on this table? Did they suffer? What do you care if they suffered? Get back in there, Ocean. Get back in the ocean, Ocean. Stop backseat omniscient narrating. Stay here. Don't move a muscle or I'll hear it. I can hear any mammal's tendons creak as they stretch. It's a gift and a curse. I'll be right back. Ah, alone in the cabin. What to do, what to do. Old bottles here, discarded vintage dolls over there, various keys that don't open anything in particular. She doesn't have a drawer filled with these, right? Everyone has a drawer like that. Then you lay a blanket down in front of the fireplace for no reason. No reason at all. You're certainly not imagining all the naughty things that could go down on such a blanket. What's that in her strong yet delicate hand? You reach out for her, longing to stroke her blood-matted hair and scratched up shoulders. I thought we could get warm by the fire. She wags a finger at you, a bunnylicious smirk on her face. Not so fast. So I have a favor to ask. The other killers stole some of my things. I think they're just jealous of my awesome collection. They're so petty sometimes. And we're talking about some of my favorite things. Some things that have special meaning to me. Maybe to this island. But hey, we do all prey on the innocent victims for a living. I can't forgive I can forgive petty theft, but I do still want my stuff back. For a living, does somebody pay her to do this? That'd be a twist. Perhaps more importantly, why am I still trying to untwist all the ridiculous lore? Gotta learn to go with the flow. The thing is, they totally freak out if they catch me trying to steal my stuff back from them. I was thinking, maybe you could be the one who went and got my stuff for me. I'll follow close behind just in case anything too terrible happens, but you gotta lead the way. Huntress coyly drags her toe across the floor beneath her. Her leg's so powerful, she practically rips up a floorboard. What do you say, hero? I'll be your guardian angel. You never know when those other killers might pop up. You grab Huntress by the hand and practically trip over your own feet on the way out to the door. Feels good to have a quest. Thrilling. Where do you want to start? Oh boy. Let's go here. There are two ways to get to the Trapper's Cave due to the whole, trap-based character theme he's got going on. You can rest assured that either one or both of these pathways is filled with traps. Turn the Huntress for advice, but she only giggles and shrugs her shoulders. You're on your own, it seems. Alright, here we go. Wish me luck, gang. Surely a dimly lit tunnel like this must be rife with traps. However, you manage to make your way along distinctly uncaught by any traps, rusty, bare, or otherwise. I got this. You're doing great. You're not at all afraid? Who, me? Nah, I gotta say, this is up there among the nicest, damp, seemingly abandoned tunnels I've ever wandered through. Look, it even has lights. Inspired by Huntress's bravery, you dig deep inside yourself and summon courage of your own. Which is good, because you're gonna need it if you're gonna head through that very murdery looking passageway ahead. You enter into a humid, shadowy cave. Dripping water echoes all around you. It's definitely not cozy like the cabin you had left behind. You wonder, how deep does that pool of shiny water go? Let's get this over with. Your eyes adjust to the darkness. You see Trapper. He leans against the wall of the cave like a detective in an old film noir. I knew you'd come. Trapper, get out of my way or I'll screw you and serve you for lunch. You're wasting your time. You'll never find what you're looking for. Unless what you're looking for is a minigame. What? A minigame? How unexpected. How playful. How about you play it right now? Peel them eyes. You're on the hunt now. Damn it. Yes. I'm sorry, Huntress. I wasn't fast enough. I almost had it, but it slipped through my sweaty fingers. No worries. My night vision is so well developed. I can see the object we're looking for right there. Huntress points to something glimmering from the floor. You steal the shiny object and run. A pen? You found Huntress's shiny thing, and well, I think it's just a regular old pen. We don't need to point it out. She's happy, and that's all that matters. Yeah, it don't matter. We got what we came for. There are 4 killers who have stolen from Huntress. You're not gonna let them get away with it. Been to Trapper's dank little hideaway, but there's no need to get back there. Which one will you investigate? Let's go to the Trickster's area. You're at the Trickster stage, but there's no one here. Not Trickster, not an audience, not anybody. Nothing eerier than an empty concert venue. Think of all the fringe that was once swayed here. Beers that sloshed over red Solo cups. Mosh pits, tall guys standing in front of you for the entire show. Long life friendships that actually only lasted for one summer. Good times. Like, concerts are always an experience. You should really come to one of my after parties sometimes. They're a real scream. I'll put you on the VIP list. Show me where Huntress's shiny, mysterious object is, or I'll wipe that grin off your face with the chloroform-drenched rag. What thingamajig is that away? Trickster backs away from you and Presume it's practicing an intricate dance routine. The way you stood up to that bootleg Backstreet Boy now was just wow. If I weren't so strong and stable on my feet, I'd swoon. But it just wouldn't be believable. Find me my shiny thing, champion. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. You did it. I got more successes than losses. Your ability to find the unfindable is quite uncanny. A natural hunter, I must say. You think I might be able to find your heart? I would hope so. It's very important to locate and remove all the internal organs of your prey as soon as you fell them, so their meat doesn't spoil. Nice. Oh, what's this? You found a gold coin. So we got a pen and a coin. Alright, on to the next one. You arrive at the Race Oddballs hangout zone. You immediately understand why they call it the Cosmic Dump. As if there are items and elements from all over the universe in this place. Also, it's a damn mess. But it's undoubtedly a special place. The very air you breathe makes you feel like you're a part of something much, much larger. I'm gonna go hunt us some lunch while you find the object. You'll know it when you see it because it's extremely shiny. It leads you to a telescope. Through it you see a far-off island distance. Holy smokes, is that... Sorry, I actually have no idea what that is. Would you mind filling me in? It's IP Island. All the coolest killers from intellectual properties that were legally obliged, not to mention by name, hang out and party with Hollywood celebs and Silicon Valley moguls. That's not even all. Zoom in, over there. Is that Ghostface? I said not to name them. Oh, jeez, I'm gonna have to clear the rights. You have no idea how much my lawyer charges by the hour. Sorry, you just kind of popped up. I'm telling you, something crazy is going on here. I'll have you know, I wasn't trying to steal anything from Huntress. I was just looking for answers, but I'm also occasionally losing said answers. That's right, the thing you're looking for. I can't actually find it, so good luck, I guess. Oh, good, a minigame. I haven't seen one of these in the past 10 seconds. Perfect. Perfect. Not bad. Bad. Yeah, boy. Perfect. You see an old pair of glasses on the ground and quickly grab them. You found it. So shiny. I knew I could count on you. And that's saying something because I literally never learned to count via any traditional system of numbers. Let's get out of here. It's hard to believe that these old glasses really mean anything special, but a lady like Huntress deserves whatever she wants. Spend a moment imagining Huntress with glasses. Would she wear them over the mask or under? Hey, that's not just some junk. Those are my reading glasses. Subscribe to highlights. These 4 killers. Okay, yeah, we're on the last one. Off to the lighthouse. This place is spooky as heck. Wasn't the beach sunny and beautiful just a moment ago? So you're telling me that your precious shiny thing is up there? It's pretty great, right? Finally, a good chance to activate these quads. You don't get legs like this from standing still. But you already know I love a good workout. Running, jumping, climbing, roughhousing. Get that damn shiny thing before your immeasurable horniness melts your brain and runs it down out of your ears already. Inside the lighthouse, it's so dark that you can barely see the step in front of you. But that's okay, because you got about 100 stairs of practice to get the hang of this in the dark. However, something about this gloomy place is really wearing you out and messing with your otherwise happy, horny aura. You can practically feel your mood going down, 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 as you climb up, higher into the lighthouse. Before you finally arrive at the top. Spirit, you're looking pretty pleased with yourself. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of this whole being dead thing. You totally get sadder that you got to the top. That was me, baby. We got to share the wealth, and by wealth I mean unending despair. You're probably here for one of your precious shiny things that I've stolen. Good luck finding it. I'll be over here reading if you need me. Let's find this shiny thing. Anything to brighten the mood in here. I can see a raccoon lick itself from 200 yards away in pitch darkness. I definitely see you're working that little butt off for me. What is that? A fucking bottle opener? Okay. Hey, no. Stop. Spirit doesn't even look up from her book. I think you'll be fine if you just peace out. Phew, that was fun and scary. Good to see the other killers are taking their heartbreak in stride, more or less. You got a really nice tour of some of the island's lesser known haunts. Make a pretty good team, you and I. What can I say? I appreciate a fine collection. Now that yours is back in order, maybe we head back inside to appreciate it. You collect a certain other special gift I've been meaning to give you. Special gift? Is it shiny? I suppose it could be if you oil it up enough. Bro. Once you enter the cabin, it's dark, barely lit, deep shadows stretching from wall to wall. Somehow it manages to be a little bit terrifying, but also a little romantic. But you barely even notice. You've got other things on your mind. Hello. You're practically undressing each other as soon as you walk through the door. Mine's elsewhere. Neither of you realize the door was wide open already. You were incredible. Each time you found one of my objects, my heart beat faster and faster. Your nimble hands, is there anything they can find? The fireplace is crackling, your heart is pounding, the smell of cinnamon is in the air, but wait. Who is that? Huntress quickly pulls her beach cover back up on. Oh, it's her mother. An older Russian woman bearing a striking resemblance to Huntress sits, warming her hands by the fire. She turns to you and you're shocked to see that she appears to come from some completely different time in history. Wrapped up in old, unfamiliar clothes that are completely out of place here at this beach retreat. Without thinking, you blurt out, and when did I add to my vocabulary? This island is really doing things to me. You don't know who I am? What, you expected that my elk wounds would carry over to my ghostly form? The gods have smiled on me and cleaned me up. She must be in decent mood if she's knowing the fact that you're dropping ox bombs all over the place. Huntress chuckles nervously. Hi, mama. Oh my god, there's so many cock blockers in this game. Claudette and Dwight burst in like they're in a prank video. But you weren't expecting this date to include meeting her mom. What? Hey, Huntress, how do you feel about your dear old mama coming in to interrupt your date? Huntress throws a hatchet directly at the two survivors. It skewers the wall between them. Without another word, they quickly scurry away. Huntress turns to you. I hope this is alright. It's not just the mood I thought we were coming back to. But I'm here now. I'm in it. I'm ready to meet your mama. Thank goodness. My mother's the only person, most important person in my life. Yeah. I kind of was curious to go with it, Majin, but I'm like, we're doing good so far. We Russians invented tea, did you know that? Mama Huntress shows a cup in your hand, and as you drink your tea with her, the air becomes warm around you. You, Huntress, and her mother sit by the fire and exchange stories and anecdotes. Mama pulls out some old-timey pictures of young Huntress in black and white holding bloodied animal corpses with a chilling dead-eye stare. You all laugh and eat raw meat of some kind. It's a lovely time, almost like you're back home. You've forgotten that you're on a possibly cursed island atop what is likely some sort of hellmouth. Look, that's not official lore. I just call it like I see it. Every so often, Mama Huntress clutches her stomach and her eyes stare into the middle distance. She mutters some sounds as if she's reliving the moment she was skewered by an elk. It's very grim. I like you. Thank you for indulging me in my tea and stories. So tell me, what are your intentions with my... That means bunny, but you guessed that already, didn't you? Or by now you've got a translator, your translator app ready. To keep her safe, to start a family together, to take it slow. forge our own forest dwelling with a brood of half dozen at least, hunting side by side forever. She reaches into her bloodied cloak and pulls out a handkerchief with a flower on it. For you, the one worthy of my Anna, use it to clean your hatchet of Viscera. You take the handkerchief, it's soft and smells of spices. I'll take good care of this. You point to the Huntress. Her, on the other hand, she can take care of herself. Huntress is ecstatic. You've won over Mama. No easy task. My time on this plane is coming to an end. The weird magic from that ghost girl's black lighthouse won't keep me here for long. I don't want to get into the logic of this, but yeah, the black lighthouse can bring ghosts back to life. If you're still here, you're willing to believe anything. It was Spritty brought you back. I'll have to thank her. Huntress's mama begins to fade. Huntress cries. You can picture her at 6 years old, lying over her mother's dead body. I'm keeping my eye on you. If you break her heart, I'll send Baba Yaga after you. You try to chuckle good-naturedly, but you should really be afraid. Baba Yaga is no joke. We play shuffleboard every Thursday, and she's absolutely ferocious in the court. Safe journey home to the realm of spirits. Mama Huntress fades away, leaving you and Huntress alone again. Not a second later, Claudette and Dwight storm back in, never alone for too long on this island. It's time for a dramatic scene between lovers. Shall we adjourn to the forest clearing for ambience? You and Huntress stand holding hands in the forest clearing. Dwight and Claudette watch over your interactions closely, too closely. I think it's time. Time for, oh my god, I'm ready for this. For you to call me by my real name like my mother's does. Will you call me Anna? Do you know what I like to do right now? With you, beneath the moonlight? It's something I'd rather do right now. She wants to hunt, I bet. Chop these two fools up with you. Yep, I knew it. I can't argue with that. You hoist Dwight and Claudia onto meat hooks that have conveniently appeared outside the Huntress' cabin. After all we've done for you, we have kept you so on schedule. If it weren't for us, you'd be wandering with no activities planned at all. To the cabin, milady? I thought you'd never ask. Once inside the cabin, Huntress strips off her caftan, revealing every curve of her muscled bod. You follow her lead, disrobing for the first time since waking up here on the island. Yeah, you've been sleeping in your clothes, no judgment. It's a strange new place.
Hey,
You kiss.
yo!
And yes, if you're wondering, she looks like she's gonna keep the bunny mask on for sexy time. Hey, she's keeping the mask on. Okay, well, here we go. This is the part where I skedaddle. You know what's about to happen, friends.
Oh, we fucking.
Decapitations, sure. Tiger maulings, love it. Dudes crushing other dudes and car crushers, gotta have it. But hanky panky, that I can't handle. I'll leave you horny kids to it. Am I nervously running my mouth just to give you two time alone in the dark? Maybe. Some of you heard this one before. A hillbilly, a doctor, and a clown walk into a bar. Fine, we'll get back to it. Post doing it, you and Huntress lie together in the warmth of the fire. Everything is so perfect. You imagine Mama Huntress smiling down at you from beyond. Why would I imagine that? Then you realize it's pretty gross to yeah, I was gonna say that. Why would I imagine that? Why would I want to imagine that? Then you realize it's pretty gross to imagine having just watched all of that, and you try to stop thinking about it. That was incredible. You're telling me, hey friend, sounds like a good sexy time in there, but can you let us down? We have to wrap this thing up. The schedule stops for no one, dead or alive. You sigh and shrug. Huntress rolls her eyes. I suppose we can unhook the prey. Claudia and Dwight lead you and Huntress back to the empty beach. You both bask in the glory of being freshly laid. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? Like some sort of laundry detergent. Freshly laid. Actually, maybe that's good. I'll get my agent to start circulating that. The island is strangely quiet. No sarcastic remarks disguising a broken young woman from spirit. No strange wide-eyed stare from the socially awkward wraith. No threats of imminent violence from Trapper. Even Claudette and Dwight are tightly lipped. They seem almost zombified. Last day, you beautiful piece of meat. You've done so well. We're almost at the finish line. Didn't think I'd brought you all this way without a plan, did you? What kind of sinister body of salt water do you think I am? A whoosh of dark energy surrounds you and disappears as quickly as it came. The island noises begin to return. Birds chirp in their trees, the grass rustles in the light breeze. And oh look! The other killers are all here in the fire pit to watch the finale ceremony. I can't wait any longer. The pomp and circumstance is agonizing. You're telling me. Stick to the script, Claudette. Okay, so Huntress, how do you feel about the newcomer? Are they everything your murderous little heart has ever longed for? Huntress stares you down for an agonizing moment. She steps towards you. Hey, so I think there's definitely something between us. Hold up, something? Hold up, something? Yeah, something great. Animal magnetism. My legs are the trap, and you're the little snowshoe rabbit running through the underbrush. But it isn't quite soulmate status. It's not? You must have felt it. Maybe you were too distracted feeling other things. But I'm sorry, what I felt, no matter how spectacular, wasn't love. I see. But this doesn't have to be the end. I'd love to tie you up in my basement and see where this all goes. As friends? Well, bye, Huntress. She didn't want me. That's right. Like all killers on the island, Huntress has some latent magic that allows her to break all rules of time and space in order to serve dramatic effect. Just trust me on this one. Mushroom tea? Take the tea. Too confused to do anything else. As you sip it, the world goes dark around you. You'll never truly know Huntress's love. Will not her shared among peers who view each other as equals love. Instead, you get the kind of love she has for all those child-sized skeletons in her basement. I'm sure she'll take better care of you. Like 34% better. And so my precious killers live happily ever after, as they should, learning to love themselves first and foremost. Was trapped in the never-ending cycle of torture of my design. Wait, did I just spoil my true identity? You made it this far. You probably should have known that. But you'll have to play again to find out more. Forever. Blah, blah, blah. Well, we did... Well, there it is. We did it. Well, at least we got the smash, right? I mean, whatever. It is what it is, man. We got something out of all that.